You know, I've had a lot of people ask me this, and I guess it's kind of hard to answer. They ask, maybe because I've been honing on it so much lately, and I don't mean to, and honestly, it doesn't really bother me, but they ask, why do you feel that your community is shunning you? I wouldn't necessarily say that they're shunning me. I mean, in some aspects they are. But the big thing is, I guess my only explanation is because they're scared. They're scared. Fear is a big word. Very big word. My kids were fearless. In a sense, I thought Eric and I were fearless. I mean, why else would we go out on Lake Superior with our children? Some may not agree with it. But you know what? I'm glad that we lived the life that we did, because my kids didn't miss out on anything. They were fearless, and fear is such an ugly word. And I can't imagine living in fear like some people do every day, because it can bring you down. But I think the community shuns me because they fear. Especially in a small community like ours. My family is pretty well known. Everyone knew us. Not a lot of people agreed with the way we lived. And I think that's why people feel the way they do towards me. I mean, they knew of my past, and I've had family members who didn't agree with the way that I raised my children. I don't care. You raise your family how you want to raise them. I have no regrets with mine. Not even being out on that lake that day. Yeah, it fucking sucks. My family's gone. But that's the thing about waters. They change real quick. And if you're that far from land, no matter what you do, there is no saving. But coming back to this shunning, people are scared. They're fucking scared. That can happen to them. If it happened to me, it could happen to them. And that brings fear into them immensely. And they think if they just ignore it or look the other way, it'll never happen to them. Well, guess what? It could happen to you next. It can. And even if you talked shit about me, or you disagreed with the way that I lived, I'll be there for you when it happens. Because it does suck. But I'm getting through it. People think that I'm not okay because I'm in my house. And I'm not with my family, and I made a lot of life changes that people don't agree with, but I'm happy with where I'm at. And it is scary, but I try not to be scared because I've got God by my side. I didn't know what fear was until that day. I lose sleep at night because of that fear. Nobody knows what fear is until you throw your arms in the sky and you say, God, take me. Take me, because I know my family's gonna be okay. They don't need their mother anymore. And that's the fear that I faced that day. I thought my family was okay. I thought they were safe. And I thought they're going to be okay without me. God, just take me. When you can throw your hands in the sky and say, I'm ready to die today, right now, this minute, this second, take my life from my body. That's facing the ultimate fear, because nobody wants to die. Nobody does. I wanted to die that day. Isn't that a sick joke? I told God to take me because I knew my family was safe. But at that time, I didn't know it was just the opposite. I didn't know that from 5 hours from that time, they were going to be pulling my body out of the water and telling me an hour later that my family didn't survive. That's fear. And that's what you guys are afraid of. Because nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to live through that. Nobody wants to face death. Death. It's a dark hell. Death is living here on earth. And I think it was that moment when I was throwing my hands in the air and telling God to take me because I thought my family was safe. It was that moment that they were safe in His eternity. And now I'm here, dead, a shell of a person, because I have to make a new me. I have to make a new life. But because He saved me that day, I'm gonna live for Him. And that scares a lot of people. They're like, oh, she's not in her right mind, she's losing it. But I'm not. I've touched so many people that only God knows how many I've touched, just with my story and putting my heart on the line like this. So, I can't wait for the day. Actually, I don't think it'll ever happen, because it's going to take one hell of a demon to come and face me and say anything, really. You people know who you are. You know what you're whispering behind my back. Come say it to my face. Because it's going to take a true evil demon to say something like that to my face. And I don't think it'll ever happen. Because I'm going to embrace you. And that'll scare you. But that's the light that I have inside of me. That's the light that I was given the day my family died. So shun me all you want, because God's got my back.